where you keep all the grades.
True. But for you guys today?
No, it's the one right there, I believe.
No.
You're special.
Okay, close your laptops. I want all eyes up here so you're not distracted. Okay? Close your laptops.
She has the good letters. I have the easy letters.
Morgan, let's go. Come on, we're waiting. Alright, so this is your landing page and it tells you basically why we do the things we do. I keep deleting this, but it keeps coming back. I think it's because it's in the Google Doc and it won't be deleted. So, obviously, we'll be, oh wait, no, that's right. These are the 4 units that we're learning, not in trimester 2, but in trimester 3. Okay. So today we're going to start exponential growth and decay. We're going to go into geometry. So prepare yourselves for a lot of geometry.
Geometric.
Yeah, sure. But guess what? You
I'm
need
terrible at geometry.
Hey, focus. Hey, up here. Hey, what's my name?
Steph Money.
All right. So when you first come to class, what is my normal thing that you do?
Sit down.
Class starter.
Class starter. What is usually on here?
A code for my open math.
No, it's the quiz, right? Our daily quiz. Okay. So that's going to be your step 1. You see how I labeled it for you? How easy step 1 is? What's step 1? Daily quiz. Corin, what's step 1?
Daily quiz?
Yep. Morgan, what's step 1?
Daily quiz.
Yep. And then step 2 is going to be your con assignments, okay? So after step 1, what happens next?
You do step 3.
Step 2. Good job, guys. Okay, everything that we're going to be doing is in the step 2, okay? It's not going to be listed under Khan Academy grade. That's just your grade, okay? Morgan, I really need you to pay attention.
I am.
No, you're not. You're sleeping. It was all really rough for us, this losing an hour. I'm telling you, I still feel like I need to go back to bed as well. Go back to bed. So in our con assignments, you can say, look, it says current class assignments. Where are you going to find your assignments? Good job, guys. Unit 1 is what we're starting with. So today, we're going to cover exponential versus linear growth. And if you just click on it, where is it going to take you? To con. Okay? Don't go in con's order because I've cut out a lot of assignments. Okay? Not in this unit, so you'd be okay. But for most other chapters or units, I've cut out a lot of assignments. So I don't want you doing assignments that you don't need to, unless you're a super trooper and want to do all of them. I need you to close your laptop. I will have the notes posted today for the exponential growth, so it will be in this unit. Okay. So anything that I talk about on the board is going to be in the unit notes. If you need me to print you notes, I can do so. Okay. But try to not make it a habit. All right, Khan Academy, that's where your grade for all your assignments is going to go. It's just based on your completion. So if we've done 2 assignments and you've only done 1, that means you have 50%. Okay. So it will be posted there. Daily participation is if you're following our AISU norms, you're here, you're paying attention, listening, taking notes, not speaking out of turn, following instructions. Really, if you're following our AISU norms, you're following the rest of them as well. It kind of encompasses everything else. But some people don't realize that listening is part of being present. So, average paper test grade is where your grade for your test will go. A lot of you are like, what's my test grade? So now I'm giving it to you in Buzz. Okay. Your daily quiz grade will just be with your biopen. Okay. Any questions about where your grades are going to be posted? this thing right here, it says how to check to see if you finished an assignment. I'm going to post all of the assignments due this trimester in this document. Okay. So if you ever need to check how to check to see if you've done it, go here, and then you can list or see all the list of assignments. It'll also be up here every day that we do an assignment. It'll be posted. Okay. So again, Buzz is like your facilitator, and Con is where you do your assignments and read notes or watch videos and learn stuff. Okay. Any questions? How's my day? It's great. How's your day?
6.
You've been sick?
All
All right. No questions on how I run my class?
Wait.
Now for this class.
Nice.
Okay, so you'll come in, you'll find your seat, you'll do the class starter, knowledge check. I'm changing it from daily quiz to knowledge check. I think I just changed that today, so that's why it still says daily quiz. You won't have one today, but you will have one on Wednesday. Okay, I'm still doing variety Fridays, so we're having a fun activity on Friday for you all. So make sure you're here on Friday. Friday. All right, you guys ready to get started? Y'all look alive and awake. Pull out your notebooks. Those are still worth extra credit points, and you still can use them on tests. Where were our notebooks, guys?
I have no idea what my
Get out some paper. Let's go. Come on. You guys check whatever your previous block was. I'm going to get rid of those. Okay. I'm going to start handing those. I'm going to rip out the other pages and start handing them out. Okay, so make sure you grab your book. Look under all of them if you have to. Get out paper, anything, anybody want to share?
Come on. Get out paper. You need something to write with.
What paper? There's no paper.
What?
There's no paper. Let's see. I left my outfit.
Okay. Well.
Hey Morgan, can I get a piece of paper, bro?
Close your laptop. Can I use some of this? Some of it is double-sided. I'm sorry.
I literally
I don't think it'll matter.
Who needs paper?
It really sucks to have a lot of good
You can always transfer these notes into a notebook.
Oh,
Yes.
And in fact, I highly suggest doing that.
I'm just saying, if I never find it again, then I will have lost a lot of notes that were useful.
If I lost that notebook, then I would have lost a lot of random scribbles about random math unorganized.
Well, a lot of you guys struggled on that final test because you didn't take notes or you didn't bring your notebook to school. So
Or just a lot
Look,
of
guys,
let's not do that this time.
it's such a great thing that you have available to you. Some teachers don't even allow notes on tests. And you also get extra credit points, which for a lot of you took you from not passing to passing my class. All right, so today I want you guys to write the objective. So write today's date. What's today?
11th.
Good job, 3/11. Okay, right. Today's objective is to identify linear and exponential growth through tables and graphs. Again, your objective for today is to identify linear and exponential growth through tables and graphs. Is it better if I push it back, Corum? raise your hand. Spoon?
Linear and exponential growth through tables and graphs.
Yep, quorum. Yeah, good job. But usually be more specific. So next time, identify what we're doing. Okay? Yes.
Mental abuse to the humans.
What's mental activity? Yeah. All right. So, what is a linear, or what's a line? Linear. What does that say to you guys? Straight, right? We don't do like weird curvy things at all, right?
But what if I want to make a linear curve?
We don't curve. Okay, it's a line. It's a straight line. So good job. I'm glad you guys can identify that. That's okay. It's not correctly straight. What would exponential then look like if it's a line?
Wiggly.
I just want you to guess.
Up front. Pay attention.
What would exponential growth look like?
Wiggly.
It's actually going to look like this.
Wow.
So remember that sequence problem where it was the kid, or like you take 2 cents a day and double it every day, and then 31 days you'd be like a billionaire or something?
No, you took a penny and then you turned it into 2 pennies.
Yeah, it doubles every day.
That's called exponential.
Doubles for every step
Yeah.
on a chessboard.
So that example, hey, we use for sequences. So just like sequences, exponential growth and linear growth are going to have a pattern that we're going to have to try to find. And we're going to have to identify which one's linear and which one's growth. Okay? Yay!
Exponential. You said linear.
Linear and growth. That's a great day. All right. So again, our objective today is to identify linear growth and exponential growth from tables and graphs. So they are 2 different things, but are the same. Okay? Ish. All right. Linear growth. The y values have equal differences. Okay, so if you remember how we found the common difference, what did we do? What was the common difference of sequences? I mean, that was reflective on your grades. So. Common difference was the second term minus the first term, right? Hello, how are you? Doing good. What's your name? Your name's Jeff? Sweet. Let me
He's
check.
by Liam.
Da, da, da. Yeah, just pick a seat that's open for right now. That's not right. Class. Oh, yay. My block 4 was not on there. So that is not
He's throwing things at me.
Who? Watch him.
What's your last name? Regular. Okay. All right, let's see. We go by Jeff. And then I have Alex, Boone, Stanley, Malachi, Liam, Morgan, BJ, Isaiah, Cora. Is there anybody that didn't call?
She just called you.
Sure. I'm not.
Oh, I did write it.
Whoa, way to use a joke from a billion years ago. All right. So, what is difference in math?
I don't think he needs.
Morgan, what's difference in math? How do we figure out the difference?
Well, if I have 1 apple and this guy has 2 apples, that's a difference.
How do you figure out what the difference is, though?
I only have 1 apple. He has 2.
Hey,
I can't really
Morgan.
fill both of those slots with my 1 apple.
No.
Just go in the same-
Spoon, what is it?
Subtraction?
Subtraction. Okay? you use the word difference to imply subtraction. Okay, so you always subtract the second term minus the first term. Okay, that's how you find the difference. Okay, and if it's the same difference every time, it's going to be a linear growth. Okay, so if the y values have equal differences, write this down. Linear growth, the y values have equal differences. Okay, that is a linear growth. So just like our slope, right, it was rise over run. If the slope or the rise is changing dramatically each time, then it's not a linear growth. Okay, so linear is it's the same every time. So like up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Okay, that would be a linear growth. Yes, don't shake your head no. Don't do that the very first day of the trimester. Okay, linear growth means that it grows by the same amount each time step. For example, you might have something that is 5 inches long on Monday morning, and then 8 inches long on Tuesday morning, and then 11 inches long on Wednesday morning, and so on. The growth is the same every time. Again, it has to be equal differences. Okay. What is a linear growth, BJ? Read it up there. Repeat it up there. Linear growth is what?
Means that it grows by the same amount each time.
Don't read the whole thing.
Time step thing. Yeah.
Again, linear growth, the y values have equal differences. Okay? Our y, that means our y-axis. Okay? Not our x. Okay? The y.
But why?
Y?
Why?
Yeah, why?
This is the way it grows on the table. Okay?
Because
why not?
All right. Here is an example of today's Khan Academy assignments. Okay? This is your first lesson. It's going to be exponential versus linear. Okay? This specific one is linear. Okay, Malachi, wake up. So here we have a table of x values and our y values. Okay, so there's our x and our y. How do we tell if it's linear? We check our y. I just seriously taught you this, Corum. Seriously. Don't shrug. Figure it out. How do we tell if it's linear from our y values? How do we tell? If they're the same difference. Okay? So -2 to 5 is 7. Is 5 to 12 also 7?
Maybe.
It's on the board, guys. Yes.
I can't see. You keep on moving away.
Look, lean farther. What's up, Jericho? Go there.
Well, it's correct.
Here.
That's fine.
Wow.
Okay, it's the same, so we can say yes, it is linear. BJ, stop talking. Yes, Stanley. Yes, but now we're identifying linear versus exponential. Okay, so if it's linear, it's going to be the same difference every time, or in other words, arithmetic sequence. Okay, it's the same every time.
So, like lyrics?
Lyrics?
Yeah, like music.
Sure. That's a pattern, I guess, yeah.
I'm thinking of chorus of a song, not
Sure.
lyrics.
But this increases in value by the same difference, okay? If it was decreasing, well, we won't get there yet. We're only talking about growth today. So again, you only look at the y values to check to see if it's linear, okay? What do you only look at?
The y value.
The y values, okay? Linear, again, is just the common difference, okay? It's the same every time. Any questions on linear growth, quorum? You probably should ask questions. Any questions? Yes.
How was your weekend?
It's great. Okay. So our second assignment is to identify a graph for a linear growth. Okay. What is a linear growth?
It grows the same amount every day.
Yep, it's a straight line. BJ, do we need to go somewhere else so we can focus today? I think so. You got one more shot, bud. So it's going to be a straight line. There will be no curve. Okay. Linear is what?
Straight.
A line, a straight line. Okay.
It's not gay.
So if it asks you to graph a linear growth, you would graph a straight line. Okay. What kind of graph do you draw for a linear growth?
A straight line.
A straight line. You really only have two options today. It's either curved or not.
What if you do a loop?
What do you think?
Is it impossible to graph a loop?
Yep.
Okay.
This, yes.
All right, exponential growth. Okay, the y values have equal ratios. What's a ratio? Spoon.
Like, I don't know if this is correct, but like for every one human, there's like 10 chickens or something. That would be a ratio. 1, 10.
Yeah, it's a what?
I don't like what Mario was saying. He only has one apple and the other guy
No,
has two apples.
that's
So
not
he
even
gets four
close.
apples, so we have
No.
two apples. No.
Well,
So a common ratio is what?
1.
Something divided by.
Was the second term divided by
7.
the first term. Okay, a ratio is a division problem. Okay, difference is what?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. Ratio is what?
Division.
Division. Okay. You guys are using the same principles from sequences to figure out if the ratio, if it's a ratio or if it's a difference. Okay.
Oh, there's how you're going to use that information.
So common difference, if you can spell it correctly, is for linear growth. And common ratio is for what? Good job,
Exponential.
outside. Yep, exponential growth. Sorry, that sounded really sarcastic, but I didn't mean it to be. Can we just restart today?
Stephanie,
Yes, good.
can you erase the first, like, it looks the ends?
That?
Yeah,
I'm not watching you.
there we go.
Come on.
Call
All right.
mom.
Come on. Okay, again, exponential growth, the y values have equal ratios. Okay, so if you figure out that as you're finding the common difference, it's not the same every time, most likely it's going to be what? Common ratio, which is exponential growth. Okay, they only give you two options today. It's either one or the other. So if you only remember one, most likely it's the other one, right?
But what if you forget which one is which?
Don't. There's only two of them,
I
right?
only have notes, so you should be able to determine.
Exactly. Way to go, BJ. Awesome. All right. So again, with exponential growth, the y values are going to increase by a ratio. Okay. So if you were to divide the second term by the first term, you can see it is a ratio, right? So if you were to add -6 to -24, it'd be what?
Negative 30. Positive 30.
Well, it's subtraction, sorry. So what's the second term?
18.
-24 minus 6?
18.
Yes. And then what's -96 minus 24? It's a different number, right? Sorry if you can't see that. Or are you having a hard time seeing past them? You can see the board fine. So again, if the common difference is the same, then you have a linear growth. Okay, if your common difference is different each time, then it is an exponential growth. Okay, that's the easiest way to figure it out without having to do ratios every time. Or like subtraction, then finding a ratio. Okay. Some of you are clever enough to figure it out just by looking at it. I encourage you to just do it how you can figure it out, but if you're completely lost, use these. The internet is not a friendly place for exponential and linear growth. Like the only place that I could find explanation is Khan Academy and this one random question on like University of Virginia.
Virginia?
Yeah. I was like, there's like no. I mean, you could like look up exponential.
Wait, there's more.
Well, otherwise you're
Well,
doing
you buy
some
Virginia.
different calculations that you guys
Yeah.
aren't doing yet. These are
No.
the basics.
Very basic. Okay.
I would say add or subtract first. If that doesn't work, getting different answers. Oh, it's exponential. I have to multiply it forward to back. Okay.
Right, so they're going to give you tables that also look like this. So you can see that time is going to be your x.
I can't
So
see it.
here. Lean forward, Spoon. I don't have it like.
I still can barely see it.
It's that board over here.
8 years.
What about you?
Nice.
Am I out of your way now? How about you, Matt?
If I lean this.
So you can see here x is increasing by 2 every time, but what is branches increasing by every time? Is it 7 every time?
No.
No. So most likely it's going to be what?
Exponential.
Yep, it's going to be an exponential growth. Okay. So the time increases by 2 years in each row of the table. The numbers of branches increase by an approximately constant ratio of 1.4.
So what are you noticing there that's different from when we did sequences? There's a decimal. Not a fraction.
Oh,
See that? We'll be using decimals this time. Pay attention to what it tells you to answer.
oh, thank you for making mine.
Any questions on the two differences between exponential and linear growth? What's linear? What does it look like? A line. Good job. How do we how do we identify a linear growth?
When they're all the same.
The y values are all this, like the difference is the same. Okay? Not that the values are the same, but the difference is the same.
So
Okay.
if you had something, you always got 2 as the answer, then it's.
Is it an appropriate question? Or
Yes.
what is
How
it?
could the differences be the same if it's different? Like,
Exactly. If it's the difference is different, then what is it?
the different is different, and how could it be the same? Different.
Common difference is different. Difference is used for subtraction. So the common subtraction is different. Okay. All right,
Now,
your
product
assignments.
means multiplication.
Fine then.
So if you guys go into step 2 for today, you can see that in unit 1, you have 2 assignments assigned March 11th. Okay. Due Wednesday, March 13th. Okay. It is in your best interest to just do them in class. You have a half an hour. Okay. It's basically just subtracting and dividing today. Okay, I need you guys now go to Khan Academy. You need a pen. Yeah. Check my drawer.
Wait, so you have to like re-enroll in.
So some of you aren't on A day anymore. Some of you are moved to like B day. So if you click your name and go to profile,
Do you mean they aren't on B day anymore? 2 days and a day.
Yeah. I was just giving you an example.
But why you get it incorrect?
So if you guys go to Khan Academy and click your name, so I'm gonna have to. Did she enroll you in Khan Academy? Alright. So just type in Khan Academy, and then I can help you get there. Okay.
There's a link on the bus page.
That's true.
And I clicked on it, but it wasn't good.
Don't click on that one then. Click on
Well,
this one.
if you just drag it up into the.
So go to your buzz. I would definitely have that.
I thought she sat on.
Jump on it.
Wait,
Stuck
Sky?
her legs out.
So did you email the person?
Why?
Because she's bored.
I thought you were talking to Sky. Okay. That's what I thought too. I was like, Sky. Why would she do that?
Wouldn't you?
Okay, everybody go to coaches. BJ, be quiet, please. Go to coaches. If you have me for a B-Day class, I don't know if you can check to see that. Everybody just click remove.
Remove?
Remove.
Bye-bye.
Remove what?
Under coaches,
Which one?
it doesn't matter. You're most likely going to have Stephanie Garcia. You can remove Khan.math as well. So just do both. Now I need you to enroll in 8A class code right here, 59VPPDWW. Huh? Yeah, 2 P's and 1 D. Seriously, guys, it's time to grow up a little bit. Just a little. Don't grow up too fast.
Well, my ass is girl.
Wait, we removed contact.
Immaturity is like
Yeah.
8th grade.
Was
We're now
never
9th grade.
correct.
Yeah, Morgan.
Upstairs, downstairs jokes are. Okay, so make sure you in the class code, not in coach, type in this number, okay? Your letters and numbers. And then add join class, because that's going to put you on my AJ roster. So when I go to do grades, I can check to see if you have a grade. If you don't join my class, guess what? You don't get a grade. Yeah. My name. Tiny. I can't like enroll myself as a coach for some reason. Okay. Now that I have you under my class, you guys can go into Khan and start your assignments. Okay. These are your assignments for today.
But I don't have to do them today.
Did you already click remove?
Yeah.
And then you added it here? You added that one? Then you should be good.
Stephanie, do you want to be on one of my YouTube videos? My daily school life.
Oh, that's weird. No. I'm good. I'm just kidding. That's awesome. I forgot to take yours. I should probably.
Oh no, we're doing that again?
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to be 1.
Okay.
Can I be 2?
One.
Can I be 13?
Ow.
Then
Or
can I be
7?
9? Because that's technically really lucky as number.
All right. I
Shut
want
up.
you guys
13
to
and
write.
7.
Okay. Write your name, and then write your number 1 through 30.
42.
420.
Well,
So no repeats.
Go. Yay.
Huh? You finish your assignment? Your assignment. You got like 25 minutes.
No, you do not.
Okay, put your name. It's 1 through 30, no repeats. Spoon got his first.
Oh.
So, Malachi, fill it out.
I called dibs.
Wait, no, send it this way. What do I do?
would I put it? Let's hear first.
So apparently it won't let him log in because
You just
the
put
like basically
Yeah,
Jordan
that's
King
my
has to
number.
go in and create all of his
You
information.
put down your name.
So
Put down the
apparently
number you.
We'll definitely keep trying today.
Yeah.
It's like, right now it's only added subtraction, not multiplication.
So if you do the second term divided by the first term, same thing over. It's going to give you that common difference and that common ratio.
I opened them.
So if you can figure out without using the common ratio and common difference, then you're good.
No, what I'm on the model.
Why you want the models?
Exponential versus
You don't have to do that one.
already did the other one.
Let's see. I know I should have. Buddy. No. No.
Did you get your number?
So you do that one and the next one, right?
Jericho.
Right?
Here, no, this is the pencil that goes with it.
Who the fuck keeps yawning, bro?
You're most like if a family member yawns while you're near her, then you're more likely to yawn with
Bro,
them.
there ain't no family.
You guys don't have to do the practice warm up. It's just the linear models and linear growth. Those two assignments. Okay. We're also having a class competition. So if the class can be done, like have the most completed assignments. So say I'm Susie Sampson and I forgot to do my assignment, then that means I'm not going to be towards like the total class completion. So if you guys are doing your daily assignments and finishing them, and you're the top class that has the most assignments completed per class, then you get to have a movie day that does not include watching a math movie or Flatland. It's like an actual movie day where we have treats and popcorn.
Can we get pizza?
Oh yeah. It was.
You guys don't have to bring the food. I can't technically bring food in. What? What does?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Why can't I use my phone as a calculator? It's so
Why?
annoying.
It's your phone. That's why.
You don't need it.
Oh, I'm on the other assignment stuff.
So just open up a separate tab where
Okay.
Google has a.
all I hear is whining and not like overcoming an obstacle.
This is 3 minutes. 10 months.
Exactly, get it?
Oh,
Because numbers
wow.
count Dracula.
Ooh. Fingers or toes?
Clearly did not watch this. I mean, and tell me how to get straight. Called channel PBS.
I just unlocked pants.
Lucky I never had pants.
Alright, maybe like,
Yeah.
need help?
Going all natural.
Oh yeah.
I did that once. I got dress coded because I didn't paint everywhere. I got too lazy.
So it's only up 30.
Let's see.
Read.
You.
I almost died.
Nice.
You know, history.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
What average meaning?
An average?
Yeah.
That would be linear, right? If it's $75 per day.
Yeah, but it's not an average.
I'm done.
Yeah,
No.
they did.
Old Spice Man.
Both sets?
There's two.
Stephanie Con lies. It has an Old Spice Man with a monocle.
They go back.
Did you finish your assignments?
Yep.
Let's see.
Where's Terry Crews?
Go ahead, dude. Good job. Way to be. Way to stick it to the man. Renee's catching on. Oh my gosh. It's great.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Not
I say
wasted.
take the hall pass, but take
To
one of my
official
Benji
cooking.
things. Dude, what's up? Sleep later. Life's too short to sleep it away. Yes, it is. Don't even lie about it. Let's get to work, dude.
In a class they don't want to be in.
Where's Colin? You only have 2 assignments today. I know you can do them. Just get them done. Then you can sleep. They take like 4 minutes. Like Kevin. They're easy. Yeah,
Why are they so mean?
wake up,
Stephanie?
drink cup.
No.
You have like a nice texture on your forehead.
Okay, I'm done. Can I go now?
You have to wait
If he
for
falls asleep, can I
James to
draw?
get back. No,
Oh.
don't do
Wait,
it.
who?
What?
Who? Who's coming back?
Liam.
Liam.
We're gonna remove this.
That's not nice, Morgan.
No, you.
No. So I
That's not a
have
good way to learn.
the second thing for the little like leaf wings, except for blue, which is the one I use.
Both my assignments.
Why?
Both my assignments.
Stephanie, it's rude.
I'm sorry, but you can do it.
But I can't.
What does he can't do?
Not even phone out.
Well, I guess that will have to do.
Finished.
I don't think he's going. He's got like Jordan. Let's wait for Jordan. I mean, it wasn't working. But not through. So do you have an email? Carrie? Well, we want him to use his Gmail so that way he won't forget the password. So do this one. Okay, just try it. Just for today. Sorry. Not sorry. Yeah. So technically this is our X value. Okay. This is our Y values. So all you check the common. So you do 691 minus 3.
Oh, no. Okay. I have some media. I have some windmill.
Now you gotta try it like 1034 minus 691.
Let's see. What do you have?
Did you get it done?
Or maybe you were just bored. But
I don't get it.
So the
Oh, that's it for today's, well, this classes, daily school life. So, bye.
It is.